This is a review of this week's fights. I had made certain predictions, and this was one of the Nostrovini's greatest victories. I had won every single fight that I had bet on. It was a meager amount of money that I bet on the fights, of course, because I'm a man of quite deep poverty. But it gave me satisfaction with the few dollars and few cents that I could bet that I won every bet. And I made a big profit. Well, not a big profit, but a relative profit. You win every bet and you make some money. Of course, yeah, who God knows what'll happen. Maybe I'll become a gambler. I don't think so because I'm a sore loser. And Nostrovini hasn't perfected his Nostrov abilities yet. And let's go down to a review. Brandon Adams, 25-3 with 16 KOs against Andreas Koroniski, 14-0 with 10 KOs. And I this was and yeah, this was a good fight. It was very close fight. My guy won, which was the Polak, not the Polak, the man, the Greek with the Polak name. He out what hustled him, but it was very close. There could be an argument made for Adams winning the fight. Adams fought off the ropes a lot. Both guys went head to head. It depends on how you look at it. If you go by aggression and you go by holding controlling the fight, you would go with the Greek. On the other hand, if you go by who controlled the fight and who landed the better punches, you might go with Adams. That's how close it was. But my prayers were answered, and I won the big bucks. Well, bucks. O'Shea Jones, 7-0 with 3 KOs against Formica Hermans. 18-4 was 4 with 7 KOs. Now, Hamas, she had upset this Canadian girl a few months ago. Undefeated fighter that she was supposed to lose to since Formica, let's call her Formica, had lost had lost to Shields. But this other black girl, Jones, was too powerful, too strong. She was an Olympian. She hurt the girl. The other girl hurt her a little bit too. It was a very close fight. Now, oh, I forgot to say, Brandon's name is the Cannon. Now, the Greek guy don't even have a nickname. He should have a nickname like Greek guy. Now, Sugar O'Shea Jones was a little too sweet and gave diabetic coma to Samaka hormones. That's what happened. Now, these are the two main events there. They were very good fights. They had me been there. I was looking at them. This next guy is Brickbuster, Nat Logo. What a fighter! What a it was his I don't have his whole record there. He's only a few fights. I think this was his pro debut maybe, and he was where is this? Am I crazy? Oh, that's a given. Oh, what the hell? Let me look here. Uh, Nat Logo 2-0 with 2 KOs against Mashimamba the Michigan Ligu 1-0 with 1 KO. He got knocked out. The not no, Net the brickbuster broke him with like a brick. Now the next fight is Mayhem Malik Montgomery 18-0 with 17 knockouts, my friend. And he was fighting the Desert Storm, Sakura Lakora, 26-2 with one draw, 18 KOs. Base, very, from Africa. From Africa. And then maybe that's where the desert was. Well, Mayhem won over the Desert Storm. One round. The Mayhem throws a lot of punches. He's very, he's taller. He's got everything. He's younger. David Lopez, 6-0 with 4 heels. Maybe I got his nickname here too. What's his nickname? No, David hasn't gotten a nickname yet. David, let's see. David got Marlon Sims, 1-3, another 1 round knockout. Yeah. Donnie Mansour against Luciano Ramos. Johnny, I think, had a few pro fights. Where was this going on here? Hmm. Oh no, he's got something. Anyway, he is an amateur Iraqi. Looks like an Italian, but he's an Iraqi. And he, with an amateur background, he was fighting this guy who was talented in MMA and fought a whole bunch of different fights. It went the distance. Often these MMA guys don't do good in the boxing ring because the stance is different and everything else. It's a very different sport. Vice versa. Okay, this is no, where's another one? The Farah against Muhammad Washa. Mm, Something unpronounceable. Uh, it was a white guy against a black guy. The white guy was from South Africa, by South African. Boxer puncher, 6-0 and 6 victories. I believe 1 draw, and most of his fights were by knockout, 5 fights out of 5. And South African lightweight champion. Now he was fighting Muhammad, who was from Ghana, good boxing country. He had 12 knockouts out of 13 fights. This is going to be good. Fight turned out to be what you could call the fight of the year. The black guy came in like Joe Frazier's grandson there. He's going, he's hitting, he's banging, he's booming. And he overwhelmed it initially the South African. The South African came back and knocked him senseless, but they were both knocking each other senseless. I suggest you look it up on the YouTube, and if you can interpret my interpretations of who was who, you'll see it was a great fight. Yeah, well, Kane Farah, 8-0-2 with 6 KOs. There's Muhammad Wasa, 13-0 with 12 KOs. Let me tell you, it looked like Muhammad was gonna, they say when Muhammad go to the mountain seemed to be falling on the South African. But I won that fight because I bet the South African. Because I figured, South Africans, they have a big boxing history. And I actually mistaken Ghana for some obscure African country, but actually it has a history of good trainers and everything else. Some I thought, yeah, like the super Dan of a country that barely has boxing in it, but sometimes Nostra Vini's Nostra isn't that good. Okay, this is it. I said my piece. I did my boxing duty. Not feeling so good today. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not so bad. Well, well. Goodbye for now. Did Nostra Vini. What am I trying to end this? Goodbye, everybody.